deliver a service centrally. And so there were actually teams in Standard Chartered using various tools, including AppDynamics, but they were doing it by themselves. And we realized that the tool was very useful, and combined with some other important and critical monitoring tools and integrations that we use to bring them together, that we could deliver a service, and AppDynamics was a big part of that.
Hi, I'm Sunil Raj. I come from a company called AppD Global. This is a company which partners with the clients for digital transformation. And I heard business and technology for a segment called cloud and infrastructure services. Our strategic approach towards digital transformation is platform-based hosting and care for the customer's needs and business. It starts from cloud management, DevOps, jobs, all those kinds of platforms. AppD and AppDynamics is an integral part of our tool sets, which gives orchestration and unification of outlook towards a reliable business care.
Great, so thank you for those introductions. So I want to dig deeper now on digital transformation, this topic of digital transformation. We see it across our lives. Danny talked about it in the intro to the keynote, then Joe touched upon it in the keynote address. How do you view digital transformation currently and the changing digital landscape? When you're dealing with clients, for instance, on the IT services implementation side, on the banking side sector at Standard Chartered, and where do you see, your overall landscape in IT operations prior to implementing AppDynamics and now post implementation of AppDynamics? What are some of the major changes that you see within your organizations? Who wants to get started? Yeah.
Good. See, digital transformation is a word that is household today. I don't think I need to touch upon that. But the need of the right kind of a care through this digital transformation is vital. Managing change in the organization is very, very critical. So when you do that, one of the things that comes on is a siloed approach of a set of tools that comes on. It could be it is discussed already, but just to reiterate that because it is important, the app monitoring and app care and app uptime become one silo, security become another, infrastructure become another, and the overall care and MTTR and business reliability become an issue. Now, when you see it holistically, we call it as reliability operations center, and something very similar to the nervous system that we talked about. When we combine and orchestrate them together, the advantage is the ball is not missed between the tables. And the overall MTTR, one of the examples I can think about is, it's an insurance company in US, 67% reduction in MTTR. And that's quite significant when you really do tool orchestration alone. That includes a single plane of view, single plane of process, adaptations, and once it comes to the data in one point, the AI predictiveness that we can build on. So most of the time we misinterpret AI as a reduction in number of people strength. That's not probably the dividend that it gives to organization. It is the reduction in the MTTR and the issue to resolve much faster. And that is seen across the table.
That is significant reduction in MTTR, thanks for sharing. Greg?
Digital transformation is a perennial theme in banking, and particularly at Standard Chartered Bank. It's the slogan of the bank right now. One of the slogans is digital bank with a human touch. And it's impossible to know when we're digital, how we're impacting the people that are actually using our software and our services without having that data that's going to give us that information. So we can say as much as we want that Standard Chartered is a digital bank with a human touch, and our CEO says it, and our CTO says it, and everybody says that's what we'd like to be. But when it comes down to it, we need the capability to see how people are actually experiencing our services. And digital services, from a banking perspective, tend to be a lot of what you saw on the screen earlier, people interacting with the bank, especially retail customers. but also wealth customers, also online trading, also colleagues within the bank trying to interact with other teams and doing settlements and a lot of other things. So without the ability to get that data, and a lot of different tools combined, including AppDynamics, really helps us to be able to see how people are experiencing our tools and our systems so that we can deliver on the promise.